Tuesday, October the 3rd, and welcome to Sunrise with Wayne and Pat.
It is Tuesday, October 3rd, and at the Wayne Regional Fairgrounds tonight, got the Western show out at the Western gun site, Western town. Bang bang. Got the Western gunfight tonight. Also got the got a whole bunch of entertainment for you. Today rather, is Senior Day. Anybody 60 and over gets into the fairgrounds absolutely free of charge. And it's also spelling contest night, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on there. So if you haven't been to the fair today and tonight's going to be a great day to go. So the gates open early for seniors, 60 and older getting absolutely free of charge. Isn't that what you have?
That's what I have.
That's
but let's
have.
do mention this one.
What?
From 2 o'clock until 4 at the fairgrounds, there is flu shots that is available.
Really?
Yes. It is available through Walgreens Drugs with the Medicare.
Take your Medicare card with you. And the vaccine is free?
Yes.
Flu vaccine, free of charge at the fairgrounds.
It is in the pavilion.
Okay. Take your Medicare card with you and free flu vaccine in the pavilion, which is near the center of the fairgrounds.
That is correct.
Okay, outstanding. Wow. So anything else about the fair? All right, today is October 3rd. We're moving right along, and the 3 days into the last quarter of the year. And what great weather we're having. I mean, you cannot beat. This is fair weather. I don't mean fair like skies are fair. I mean, this is fair weather.
You mean like the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like the Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair is what I'm trying to say. That's right. Fair weather. And this is perfect. Cool at night, nice during the day, a nice little breeze blowing. Cool enough that you almost have to wear a jacket. Now, got down to about 53 degrees last night, and that's pretty chilly compared to what we have had. That's the coolest we have had in quite some time. So the cool temperatures, the little breeze are blowing, and all the lights, and the kids playing and having fun, and the parents playing and having fun. It is fair time at the Wayne Regional Fair. So I hope to see you out there. We'll be out there tonight.
And the smell of that food.
Oh, the food. There's nothing like fair food.
That's right.
Okay, what's special about today?
What is special,
One thing about today makes today special. Today is Techie Day. So if you're a techie, I guess you're from Texas. Is that what a techie is? No, not really. I'm just kidding around. A techie, an IT person, an IT guy. It's your day, and that's all that's special about today. Now the month continues to be a special month. It's National Crime Prevention Month, National Cookbook Month, National Chiropractic Health Month. So make sure you have a healthy chiro and practice a lot. Today is also National Caramel Month. Is it caramel or caramel? That's the question, and I don't care. Chili Month, as in chili, like what you eat like chili. Yeah, and it's Arts and Humanities Month, Bake and Decorate Month, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, I can't say that word, so it doesn't matter. I don't know what it means anyway. Well, it's one of those, it's Greek. And there you go.
Well, if it's Techie Day, I think we should give a shout out to our IT departments.
You mean the department that's headed up by Ryan Preble?
That is correct.
Who is the director of our IT department there for the County of Wayne. Those guys are doing a great job. They got a bunch of people in there, and they're always more busy than you could possibly imagine because things happen.
That's right. So they keep our county government running.
Humming. Yes, indeed they do. That's Chris, and well, I won't name anybody. And Giorgio and John and Bill and
Libby
and Libby and Amy but I'm not going to name anybody.
Don't name
and there's
anybody.
Others. Okay, there's James and
Jose.
Jose. I'm not going to name anybody. Okay. Because I'll leave somebody out, and I think I did. I did leave somebody out.
Pam.
Don't forget Pam. Gee whiz. Place would fall apart if Pam wasn't there. All right. What else we got there?
Don't forget this morning, starting at 8 o'clock, we have an agenda briefing, and followed by the regular meeting at 9 o'clock for the Wayne County Board of Commissioners.
Exactly right.
The public is invited to attend. We have public comments beginning at 9:05. If you can't attend the meeting, you can also see us on Ustream. It's a live broadcast. You go to WayneCountyGovernment.com and scroll down to resources. There's a link that says Commissioners Meeting Live Broadcast.
Where's resources on that page?
On the main page.
On the main page, on the left side.
Well, it's in the middle.
That's what I meant to say. It's in the middle.
Yes.
Resources.
Yes.
You look for the link that leads over to the Wayne County Commissioners meeting.
It says Commissioners Meeting, live broadcast. Click it, and there you go.
Oh, that must be in the middle of the page. Under
It is in the
resources.
middle.
Okay. WayneGov.com resources.
That's right.
In the middle of
And
the
if
page.
you're unable to attend or see it live on Ustream, you can also watch it on Tuesday and Thursday nights at 7 p.m.
It'll be on tonight at 7 o'clock. You just covered all the bases.
I did.
Hey, she did. Yes. Okay. All right, here's today's trivia question. Give me the name of the first president of the United States who was an American citizen. An American citizen. Yes, it is a trick question.
But you got the answer.
Oh, yes.
Do we have any hints?
Okay, it was not George Washington. Okay, because he was the first constitutional president of the United States.
Okay.
Not to mention John Hanson and all the others that were president before Washington. But Washington, the first constitutional president, but he was not an American citizen. Think about it. Who was the first American citizen president of the United States? I'll have the answer for you toward the end of the program. You're going to love it. In fact, this is one of my favorite trivia questions because I've asked it before. Not on this program.
I was just saying, you have?
Yeah, not on this program.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it. Have the answer for you a little later on. What else do we have? Ha 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 ha. Tomorrow, the Oberry Center Foundation hosting their 25th annual golf tournament. That is tomorrow at Lane Tree Golf Club here in Goldsboro. Fun-filled fall day at a beautiful local golf course. Participants will receive a box lunch, green and cart fees, prizes, range balls, one mulligan, and a wonderful Lane Tree dinner, and an award ceremony which will follow, during which various trophies will be awarded. This is tomorrow now. Tomorrow. Call Michelle Tucker if you want information about this. It benefits and raises tens of thousands of dollars to purchase customized wheelchairs, car seats, and other assistive technology devices for adults and children with disabilities throughout the state of North Carolina. It's tomorrow at Lane Tree. Call Michelle Tucker for information. She is the executive director. Her telephone number is 919-581-4187. 581-4187.
Did you hear that bird talking to you?
I thought it was you.
It wasn't me.
I was going to say, please, let me finish.
The Wayne County Veterans Stand Down will take place this Thursday, October the 5th, from 9 to 2 in the Herman Park Auditorium. That's at 901 East Ash Street. They will have employment services, they will have legal services, barber services, medical and dental screening, and a whole lot more for our veterans. You must bring your VA ID, your DD-214, or your driver's license with veterans for entry.
That's right. And what a great program that is there. I was wondering who puts that on. I bet it's the Veterans and Patriots.
It is.
Veterans and Patriots Coalition of Goldsboro and Wayne County is an outstanding organization. You do not have to be a veteran to be a part of this program. You do have to be a patriot. And it's a special thing being a patriot, I'll tell you that. So if you want information about the Veterans and Patriots Coalition, you can go to this stand down and get information about it. You do not have to be a veteran. Just say, look, I'm not here to take advantage of these offers. I'm not a veteran, but I do want to talk to somebody about becoming a member or part of the Veterans and Patriots Coalition. That's right. That's right. Okay, what else do we have?
Wow, we have this cool weather. Now's the time to be outside, gather your trash, gather your debris. We have Amnesty Day that's coming up October the 7th, which is this Saturday.
This Saturday, yeah.
From 7 until 5:30.
Right.
Is that what Tim said?
That's what Tim said.
So gather all your trash, your debris, take it to the Wayne County landfill, free of charge, no commercial, no business.
And no hazardous waste. It's okay, go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah. Got a little jet noise in the background. That's a good thing. I love it. I love it.
Amnesty Day is to encourage the citizens to clean up roadways and their yards, making the county of Wayne a better place or a cleaner place to live, work, and play.
Now, we're not too far from Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. We're out off Berkeley Boulevard. If you're wondering where we are, and we can hear the jet noise, we're in Cashwell Park. I think that's the name of this park. It's one of the city of Goldsboro's fine parks, and there's volleyball courts here. There's a playground you can see in the background for the youngsters. There's basketball courts and I think a baseball mound or softball stadium, softball field over there. But there's a lot of things. It's a nice park.
It is.
And it's a beautiful day. If you're not outside, well, that's okay. If you're watching this program, you're not outside at all, are you?
But they can get ready to go outside.
As soon as this program ends, I want you outside. Okay. That's a good thing. What else we got?
We also have another event that's this Saturday.
Oh, the Big Sweep.
The Big Sweep.
Big Sweep. And Barbara Byers would love to hear from you if you would like to volunteer to help keep Wayne County clean, help clean it up. There's a lot of trash out there. And once a year, they get the Big Sweep going, and they clean up everything. This was originally started to clean up around the waterways and that sort of thing, but it's been expanded to include the streets and the sides of the roadways and all this kind of stuff. So if you would like to help and keep Wayne County clean, you're more than welcome to help. You call Barbara Byers at 919-731-1527, 731-1527, and say, I want to help. She will tell you exactly what you need to do, and she will thank you graciously. She will. And so will I.
And if they don't call her, where do they meet up?
If you don't want to call, you just simply go out to the cliffs of the new state park. I believe it's at 9 o'clock this Saturday.
That is correct. From 9 to 1.
From 9 to 1 this Saturday. See, it's only a couple of 3 or 4 hours. Okay, a couple of 3 or 4. But spend whatever time you can. And if you can't do it this Saturday, call Barbara and say, look, I can't do it this Saturday, but I can do it next Saturday, or I can do it next Tuesday, or I can do it next whatever day. Okay, she'd love to hear from you, because if it just makes me proud to be in this county and see people helping to keep it clean. You need to keep this county clean. It's our home. It's our backyard. What's the matter? I mean, why do people throw trash out of their cars and throws trash that gets caught up by the wind and is blown all over the place and caught up in the trees? Boy, I get angry about that.
I can tell.
Yeah, hey, don't do that. Thank you. Let's do it.
You're on a roll.
Yeah, I'm rolling here.
Where we going to roll to?
We're going to roll over here and talk to the county manager.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to talk to George Wood, who is the Wayne County manager, who will soon be retiring. Of course, we're not going to talk about that. But
actually, we have clerk to the board that talks with the county manager.
That's right. That's right. The clerk to the board. That would be Carol Bowden.
That's
She
right.
talks to the county manager. So we'll see what she has to say and what he says in response to what she has to say.
Okay.
Can we do that now?
Well, go.
Hey, I'm passionate about that too, you know. I love everything. All right, here we go.
Welcome to a talk with the county manager. I'm Carol Bowden, clerk to the board of the Wayne County Board of Commissioners, and I'm here with County Manager George Wood. Good morning, George.
Good morning, Carol.
It's so good. This is kind of weird because we've done this before, but on radio, and not since I've been working for you.
That's right. That's right.
But I'm excited to have the opportunity to do this because there's so much information that you have on a daily basis that oftentimes doesn't get out to our citizens, and it's really important. It's a lot of things that I think will enlighten them as to what's going on here.
Well, we look forward to it.
Well, we're going to start with the fact that you've got way more projects going on right now than you probably intended to have at one time, but it's keeping you busy.
That's true. And thank goodness Craig's on board. Is making a big difference. And of course, having you on as clerk is making a big difference. We do have about 31 projects that we're working on right now in various stages of being completed. And so we're trying to get as many of those underway, and some of them taken care of before I leave in about 3 months. So Craig is well versed on all of them. As you know, we meet probably twice a week at least, and we're going over some aspect of some of those, trying to drive those forward. We've got an awful lot of engineering and architectural projects underway. We've still got some engineering and engineering contracts to negotiate.
Right.
We're finishing up some of those now. Hopefully all of those will be through within the next couple of weeks. But probably the biggest thing we have going on right now, particularly as it affects the community, is the disaster recovery.
I want to talk about that for a minute because there
Okay.
was a great article, in my opinion, because it showcased the fact that you've done your homework. You know what's going on, and let's face it, we're a year out, almost 1 year, 11 months out from Hurricane Matthew, and we have a lot of people that still have not been taken care of.
Well, that's exactly right. And I know they're extremely frustrated. I certainly would be. One of the problems that we have is that even in the best of circumstances, the FEMA process for buying out properties that were in the 100-year flood, and in some cases were outside of the 100-year flood, but the flooding was so massive it got them as well. The process is cumbersome and lengthy to start with. The problem we're having now is that Chip Crumpler, our planning director, has done an outstanding job. I can't say enough for Chip. We've also been using a consultant on this, Dave Harris. Dave is an expert throughout the state on both FEMA and also CDBG. And
Right.
those are the two areas we're working on. But the one I want to focus in on is the FEMA money, because that's the buyout money and that is the elevation money. And when Chip got through, we had, I believe it was 324 people or families that had applied for the FEMA buyout. And that's where you actually go in. FEMA gives the money to the state of North Carolina. The state of North Carolina is where Chip has filed all of these documents, and he's verified what the damages were, what they fall under, what category they fall under. Is it homeowner occupied? Is it rental? The whole 9 yards. Is it residential? Is it commercial? So we've sent all that information into the state, and I believe the deadline was September the 15th. So that's just taken place. Our frustration is that FEMA has already notified the state of North Carolina that they're giving us enough money for basically 800 statewide of these buyouts. Now,
Statewide, not just Wayne County.
Right, and look at the numbers for Wayne County. We're over 300 by ourselves.
Right.
Now, we were one of the 4 hardest hit counties in the state. So obviously we're going to have a large number. But the point is that in talking to the state officials who are running this program for the state of North Carolina, which is North Carolina Emergency Management, we've talked to the director multiple times. He's a great guy, by the way. He's doing a good job. Their frustration is that statewide, the number that we need is about 2,800. And the FEMA has given them money for roughly 800. So at one of our meetings, I asked them, I said, well, what would it take to handle all of the requests that you have throughout the state of North Carolina, both for the buyout and for the elevation program? And I'm going to get to the elevation program in a minute. But with that, they know the number because they immediately said $200 million.
Right.
So that's where I've gotten that figure from, is from the people who run the program at the state. And they would know because that's who every county is filing their applications with.
And I do want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, Chip filed not just for the county but the city as well to incorporate all of that.
We decided early on, we met with the city manager, Scott Stevens, and his staff. And one of the determinations we made, one of the key questions was, do we want this to be 2 separate applications, or do y'all want to go in with the county? And Scott very quickly said, we think it should be joint. And I said, we do too. We just wanted to know what you wanted to do.
Right.
So that's what we did. And we've worked very well with the city. So there's no boundary line as far as whether you're inside or outside the city. They're all county residents, and we're going forward with all of them. What matters now is what category are you in. But the bottom line is, Carol, that we filed for about $35 million worth of projects. And with that, we got about $9 million. And as you recall at the last meeting Tuesday a week ago,
yes,
that was when the Board of Commissioners authorized me to file all those applications. Again, Chip had done all the work, he and Dave Harris, but I have to sign off on it as the county manager. So that's what we were getting, was approval to do that and move forward. So if you take $35 million, of course, you subtract $9 million, we've got $26 million of unmet needs just in Wayne County. And so obviously we need more FEMA money.
Right.
That is the answer.
And the scary part right now, I mean, we have to be realistic. Harvey slammed into Texas and Louisiana. Irma and Maria slammed into the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, one of our territories, and of course, devastated Florida.
Right.
So North Carolina has been put on a back burner, it seems.
Well, that's what we're concerned about. We don't want to get lost in the shuffle here.
Right.
And you know, the media has a tendency to focus on what's happening today. We're almost a year out.
That's
October
right.
8 is 1 year since we had Hurricane Matthew. And so that's our concern, is we need to get the $200 million. And so we need to make sure that our voices are being heard at the national level to make sure that we get that money. And we need to get it as soon as possible. So that's what we were raising the issue of. And I've been concerned ever since Harvey was coming ashore that would we get lost in the shuffle. And so that's what we're trying to call attention to, is this is not a problem that we can deal with. We can't deal with $26 million. You know, it's got to be, where it should be is with FEMA. It should be a congressional appropriation to FEMA, which then gives the money in a block grant to the state once the state documents what the need is. Well, we've done that. The state has documented what the need is. We've got the number of units, and we've got the dollar figure. So we just need Congress to come through with the money and get it done. Now, if they don't, then they'll basically be shifting the burden over to state government.
Right.
And then the question is, what will or can the legislature do and afford to do on that? But these folks need help. The program is there. That's the reason the federal government started the hazard mitigation grant program, so that the cheapest way for the taxpayers and the best thing for the citizens as homeowners is you've got to remove them from the floodplain. When we thought Irma might hit us here several weeks ago, you know, if you think about it, it's going to be the same people get hit, because it's the people in the 100-year floodplain. Mm-hmm. And so if we don't deal with it, we're going to deal with it over and over and over again.
Exactly. And we saw that from Hurricane Floyd.
That's right.
To Hurricane Matthew, because we actually had individuals that came into the Board of Commissioners meeting saying, I went through this before with Floyd. Many people did. Those that were bought out did not. Those that were elevated. And you wanted to talk about the elevation.
What I wanted to mention about the elevation program is basically, if you think of the 100-year flood, that's just the pathway of the rivers and creeks and things that when you have a 100-year flood, this is the elevation the water will be at. So in order to protect them with the and you have the federal flood insurance program, homeowners that are in that, and even that aren't in that, but particularly that are in that, can get a subsidized federal flood insurance policy. And so if the flood does come, then they can get some reimbursement on that. Otherwise, a lot of private sector insurance companies are not going to insure them because the risk is too great. They know it's going to happen. So, but the long-term solution, and the federal government finally started realizing that a few decades ago, is we need to move these people out of here.
Right.
And so that's what they've done. So when you do a buyout, again, the state gives the county the money, we actually do the buyout, and then we do the demolition on the homes. And that's why if you go in some of the areas that were done around Floyd, you'll see what used to be subdivisions are now just vacant land. The second alternative is that you can elevate the house, the structure, 2 feet above the 100-year flood elevation. And so that's what that is. It's designed to protect them from the 100-year flood.
And there are homes on 111 that I've seen that way, and on Claridge Nursery Road, there's one that was raised up quite a bit.
That's right. And if you'll notice, I go by the one on Claridge Nursery Road. The guys heating and air conditioner unit is also raised up.
Exactly.
So that's an alternative. My personal opinion is that's not nearly as good as the buyout because you're not assured it's going to be a 100-year storm. What if it's a 125? You know, you might be underwater again. So,
Good
but
point.
anyway, those are the two alternatives that the federal government has come up with. And we simply need them to fund the program. That's what the problem is in North Carolina.
Yep.
And we're one of the 49 counties that's affected by that. We're one of the 4 worst hit, so we probably have some of the largest numbers of our citizens are impacted. But, you know, it sounds complicated, but it really isn't. We just need to have Congress make an appropriation for $200 million more for the state of North Carolina for FEMA, to run through FEMA and get the money out to our people.
There's your homework, Congress. He gave it to you.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a lot going on, and you've been doing a lot. You've been with us now a little over 3 years, 3.5 years, something
about
like
3
that.
and a half. Mhm.
And you're going to bail on us the end of December. And that's probably not fair to say since you've been doing this for 43 years total?
40.
40
Yeah,
years.
about 40 years.
Okay, long enough, right?
Long enough.
We're not going to talk about everything right now with your retirement, but I do want to ask you, right off the top of your head, one of the most proud moments since you've been in Wayne County.
I think building the Maxwell Center has probably been one of the most proud moments. I think this is a facility this community has needed for a long time, and I'm proud of the fact that we were able to sit down, the chairman of the board, myself, the mayor, and the city manager, and work out an agreement to make that happen. And I think that was the linchpin to make it happen. As you know, we lent them some money to do the multi-sports complex. They gave us the land that the Maxwell Center sits on. We were able to work out shared cost on the drainage system out there. You know, we've worked hand in hand. We actually had Scott and Chuck Allen on our design committee. So
Right.
it really has been a good partnership in making sure we get a quality facility out there. So that's probably, I would say, one of the proudest things.
Well, and it's not going to open until March 1, but you'll be back for that. For
Yeah,
sure.
I'm coming back for that. I've
Good.
told them I'm coming back to see that one open.
Well, we'll talk some more about retirement as we
Yeah.
go along. But is there anything else you want to share with us this week that?
I think those are the biggest things. We're just trying to, like I said, work these projects. Craig and I are negotiating a couple more contracts now. We're close on both of them, so we'll get that done. But I think those are the main things. I do want to say that I thought the board made an excellent choice in Craig. I think he's going to make this county a
Agreed.
great county manager. And the other thing I did want to say is, and he knows this, I've told him, I said, you're inheriting a great staff. This county staff I would put up against anybody in the state now. We have a very high quality staff here, and they're able to get done whatever we need done.
I've been with you less than a year here in the county, but coming up for that year anniversary, what a phenomenal group to work with.
Yeah,
It really is.
yeah, it's a good group.
All right, well, George, thank you very much. That concludes our talk with the county manager. We'll be back again before we let him get out of here in December. I'm Carol Bowden. Thank you for joining us today.
And there you go. That's County Manager George Wood and Carol Bowden, the clerk of the court of clerk of the board of commissioners.
You changing her title?
I can't keep up. That's all right. Can't keep up. So let's see what else we have going on here. Wayne Community College, individuals with a passion for assisting others with daily activities and self-care can parlay that interest into a career through a Wayne Community College course. And here's how you do that. Very simple.
And what is this course?
It's called Direct Care Basics. And it prepares students to be personal home care aides. This will be every 2 to 5 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays, beginning Monday of this coming week.
Is that kind of like a CNA?
I don't know how you spell that?
CNA.
Oh, I don't know. What's a CNA?
A certified nursing
assistant. I got you. Okay. I don't know.
So you didn't think I knew that, did you?
Well, I didn't know. Anyway, now you do it every Monday and Wednesday from October 9th until December 18th, 2 to 5 p.m. The course focuses on personal care tasks and soft skill development. Students receive an introduction to basic nurse aid skills, functional concepts within the nurse aid role, enhanced soft skills training, and career counseling. There is a $180 fee that can be waived for qualifying individuals who are unemployed, underemployed, or have received notice of layoff or pending layoff. You need to call Allison Sanford. Allison Sanford at 919-739-6926. 739-6926. And this is for anybody who might be interested. You just call Allison to see if it's what you want to do. This is a great opportunity.
It is. Wayne Community has a lot of great opportunities.
They certainly do. Also, Go Wayne Go continues to go.
They do.
It'd be going all right. And coming up, the next Go Wayne Go walk, you can only walk for an hour. They'll let you go longer if you really want to. But it's on October 12th, which is next Thursday. Not this Thursday, next Thursday, the 12th. And everybody meets at the courthouse steps in downtown Goldsboro on Walnut Street, near Walnut and William. You meet at the courthouse steps near the Doughboy statue. You meet there, and then you go for a walk. It's that simple. You go for a walk, you walk around the place for 1 hour, and it passes before you realize it. That is the best form of exercise. If you have any problems with exercise, you can walk. All right? It's the best. Courthouse steps, everybody meets at the steps of Walnut Street. And it begins at 6 p.m. and you walk for 1 hour. And it passes so quickly because you're talking to people. There's a bunch of people that do this. You're just talking to people and it passes so quickly. And it's so good for you. And you need to do this. And they do this every week. That means that on October 19th, there will be the Halloween Glow Walk on the 19th. And this will take place at Wayne Memorial Hospital. Everybody meets at the rear parking lot. That's a big parking lot out back behind the hospital near the pond. There will be a costume contest and a bonus pet costume contest. Winners will receive a prize, and there you go. That's on the 19th. That's the week after. But the next, I beg your pardon, there is one this Thursday. Day after tomorrow in Mount Olive at the University.
How did you miss that?
I don't know how I missed that, but I did. October 5th, Mount Olive, UMO Trek, meet at Steele Memorial Library, downtown Main Street. At UMO Trek, meet at the Steele Memorial Library in Mount Olive this Thursday. And then next Thursday, courthouse steps. And then the Thursday after that at the Wayne Memorial Hospital. And we're going to be repeating those dates, okay? Okay. So what else?
We have this morning at Steele Memorial Library, we had the Battle of the Books practice session.
Battle of the Books.
That is elementary school.
Oh, yeah.
That's your level?
That's about my level.
Get ready for your school's Battle of the Books with a little help from the library. It starts at 6 o'clock this afternoon till 7.
Oh, boy.
And you can contact them at 919-299-8105, extension 8003.
That's in Mount Olive.
That's in Mount Olive.
At the Steele Memorial Library in Mount Olive.
At Goldsboro Library, we have the STEAM, S-T-E-A-M.
You threw an A in there.
I did.
All right.
Kids all aboard. This is 1st through 5th grade.
What day is this?
Today.
Oh.
At Goldsboro Library.
On East Ash Street, 1001.
Yes.
1001 East Ash.
Yes. Join us as we experiment, solve, create, and explore.
I got it.
You got it.
I got it.
We will build a small fort and use catapults to attack it.
Whoa.
Then we will discuss it.
I bet the cats don't like that.
They will discuss the Trojan War as an example of fortifying an area with walls of protection from an enemy attack.
Yeah.
This starts at 6 o'clock until 7.
Yeah.
And you can contact the county or the Goldsboro Library at 919-735-1824, extension 5105.
5105.
Then also at the Goldsboro Library, which starts at 11 o'clock this morning, we have Medicare information seminar.
Oh, boy.
This is for the adults.
That's a good one.
Yes. Learn about your Medicare options. Starts at 11 until 12.
You know, Medicare can be really confusing, I've heard. Yes. Okay, anyway. Is that it?
That's
let's see. Today's trivia question. Who was the first president of the United States who was an American citizen? Well, if you stop and think about it, we were a colony, a series of colonies, and we belonged to Great Britain. That means everybody here was a British subject until 1776 when all that changed. But the president was already born, so he was still a British subject. But who was the first president who was actually born here in the U.S. after 1776? President number 8, Martin Van Buren, was the first American-born president of the United States of America, born in 1782. He was from Kinderhook, New York. They call him Old Kinderhook. And the rumor is that that's where the term OK came from, Old Kinderhook. I don't believe that for a minute. OK's been around since Greek times. I mean, ancient Greek times. I mean, all that's Greek to me. But anyway, that's beside the point. Getting away from our trivia question. But the trivia question, the answer was Martin Van Buren. And there you go. That's it for today.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and see us on YouTube at Wayne County Government.
So while you're doing that, just keep in mind that we'll be back in here tomorrow. My name is Wayne Alley.
And I'm Pat Garner.
And this is Sunrise with Wayne and Pat.